Taurus, welcome to your mini weekly horoscope for May 11th to the 17th, 2026. My name's Adina. I'm an intuitive astrologer. Taurus, this is an incredibly important week for you because so much of the energy is happening directly in your sign. There's a strong feeling of personal renewal unfolding. But before you fully step into this next version of yourself, something needs to become clear emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. This week is not just about external changes, it's about a shift in identity. You are redefining who you are, what matters to you, and how you want to move forward. As the week begins, Mercury is moving through your first house in Taurus, bringing your attention toward yourself, your decisions, your perspective, and the way you communicate your needs. Then on May 14th, Mercury reaches a Cazimi with the Sun, creating a moment of heightened mental clarity and awareness. This can feel like a breakthrough week for you mentally. Something suddenly clicks into place. You may find yourself understanding what you truly want, realizing what's been draining your energy, or seeing a situation from a much clearer perspective than before. Because Mercury rules your second and your fifth houses, this clarity is deeply connected to your self-worth, your finances, your creativity, your joy, and even your romantic life. Conversations around money, love, confidence, or personal fulfillment may reveal something important. This can look like finally making a decision you've been avoiding, realizing that you've outgrown a certain version of yourself, or recognizing that you need to prioritize your own happiness more intentionally. On a deeper level, this is about reconnecting with your voice and your sense of identity. If this energy is handled unconsciously, though, you may become overly fixated on controlling outcomes or overanalyzing your next steps. Taurus energy can sometimes resist change because it wants certainty before a movement. But this week is showing you that clarity comes through engagement with life, not by waiting for perfect conditions. Then on May 16th, you have a powerful new moon in Taurus happening in your first house. And this is one of the most personal resets of the year for you. New moons in the first house are about identity, self-image, and new beginnings connected to who you are becoming. This is where you begin planting seeds for a completely new chapter. This can feel like internally a desire to reclaim yourself. You may feel ready to present yourself differently, make changes to your appearance, your lifestyle, or your priorities. There's a strong need to reconnect with what feels authentic and aligned. Because this new moon is happening in your sign, this energy is deeply emotional and personal. You're not meant to stay the same after this week. At the same time, Mars is going to form a conjunction to Chiron, which is occurring in your 12th house in Aries. And this adds a much deeper emotional layer beneath everything else unfolding. While the new moon is pushing you toward a new beginning outwardly, Mars conjunct Chiron is bringing old wounds to the surface internally. This transit can activate suppressed anger, exhaustion, grief, or unresolved emotional patterns that you may not fully understand at first. Because Mars rules your 7th and your 12th houses, this is connecting relationship dynamics with your subconscious emotional world. Old relationship wounds, frustrations, betrayals, or patterns around self-sacrifice may begin to surface right now. You may notice yourself replaying old memories or feeling emotionally sensitive or needing more solitude than usual. This can feel overwhelming if you've been avoiding your emotional needs. You may feel torn between wanting to move forward and needing time to process what's been lingering beneath the surface. If this energy is handled unconsciously, it can manifest as self-sabotage, irritability, emotional withdrawal, or projecting unprocessed pain onto others. But when you work with this energy consciously, this becomes a powerful healing transit. This is where you begin understanding how much emotional weight you've been carrying quietly. This energy is asking you to stop abandoning yourself emotionally just to maintain peace externally. Then by May 17th, the energy begins to shift quickly. Mercury leaves your sign and enters Gemini, your second house, immediately forming a conjunction with Uranus. This creates sudden movement and unexpected developments around money, self-worth, security, and your mindset around stability. What this can look like is unexpected financial news, new ideas around income, sudden spending decisions, or a surprising realization about what you truly value. You may also feel mentally restless, inspired, or eager to pursue something new. Because Mercury rules your second and fifth houses, this shift can also bring surprising developments involving creativity, business ideas, dating, or personal talents. Something may suddenly feel possible that didn't feel possible before. Uranus has been changing your relationship with stability for years now, teaching you that security cannot always come from predictability alone. This Mercury Uranus conjunction accelerates that realization mentally. If this is handled unconsciously, you may make impulsive financial decisions, react from anxiety, or feel mentally scattered. But when you work with this energy consciously, this can become an exciting breakthrough week where you begin seeing entirely new possibilities for yourself. This energy is asking you to remain flexible and open minded. Not every answer needs to arrive in a traditional or expected way. As you move through the week, there's a very clear transformation happening. You are redefining yourself externally while simultaneously healing something internally that has been draining your energy for a long time. The beginning of the week brings clarity. The middle of the week brings emotional release and personal renewal. And then the end of the week opens your mind to new possibilities you may not have considered before. This is not just a week of change. This is a week of becoming. By the end of this week, you may feel more emotionally honest with yourself, more aware of your needs, and more willing to build a life that actually reflects who you are now, not who you used to be.